Hi everybody, and welcome to the close of VCA23. Basically sold out, just a little tiny bit of room in there, but not much at all, so great to have you on board. So we don't have a big long sniping hour because it's pretty much sold out, but we do have some big news around our first IEO and strategic partner Sekuritance allocation, so that was pretty cool to get that towards the end of the day as well, so very cool. Let's have a check that. We'll check that out for sure. But here we are live. We're just watching the final moments of VCA 23. This is 180 days, remember? This is our 6-month birthday. Very cool indeed. And we had a good time on the open only 23 hours ago. So very cool. We've got about 26 minutes left. We got 500 million that was in the VCA number 23, $161,000, $161,725, and that's at the current price of Axion, which is 003233. So obviously the price dropped back a bit further than when we opened, and we got the sellout of 36.74 ETH, and we're at 36.11. So that's the main event for Axion. If you're staked, you keep getting those sweet dividends. Today is VCA day, so it's wrapped Bitcoin dividends that you get in real time as Ethereum enters the auction, and that goes to your staking page. So everything's working well on the fundamentals. We're just waiting for that price to finally eventually move up, and it will at some stage, so we're just waiting for that. The fundamentals of Axion are working beautifully. Staking is going strong, and dividends are going strong as well. So cool on that front. And we've got, look at that, total bids 144,000, almost 145,000 US dollars versus 147. And so there's just a tiny bit of room in there, about 0.6 ETH, something like that. So if you're wanting to get in at the moment, you can do that just by using the link in the video description, hooking your MetaMask up, putting some Ethereum in, getting in. Now the good news is that Ethereum gas fees have come back a little bit, so we'll check that out. They're currently around 100 to 125 Gwei for fast, so that's 1 minute time frame. So that's where that's at the moment. We'll probably get a few more people get on. Hey, Patricia's in the house. Hey, Patricia, great to see you in first too. Hi, what a day, says Patricia. Has been a great day actually, and a great birthday for 180 days. VCA number 23 sold out, a great birthday present, and on top of that, Sekuritance IEO bonus 250,000, which opens up the allocation to 270 other people that did their KYC but didn't get eligible to the allocation, and they will get it proportionally distributed, which is a nice way of doing it based on their bids that they requested. So it's a good way of allocating that, and so we're going to check that out in full details anyway as we go. So this is where we're at the moment. We've obviously got a regular auction coming up. It's going to be 65,000. That's auction day 181. 181. That's going to be 65,000. You can see that down here, 13th of May. That's 200 million Axion. Those are very popular. They get sold out like that. We've been watching that, so super quick. Now, if you want to get a 10% bonus, hit the link in the video description. You can pick up a 10% bonus. Now, it does get sold out pretty quick. We've noticed that in the last 10, like probably heaps of regular auctions. The first 10-20 minutes is like hotcakes, and so first in first serve mostly is all the behavior we've seen. And so yeah, think about that if you're going to get in there. But 10% bonus in Axion plus potentially 10% discount to market, but all depends on how much gets in there at the moment. So there we are, folks, ending the VCA 23 minutes, and we've got a regular auction coming up. And then look at that, on Friday, we've on the 14th of May, auction 182. We've got a mega VCA currently at just under 1.7 billion Axion, and that includes all the roll-ups from previously unsold VCAs. So the balance has gone down, because last time it was, we can look back there, last time it was 2.1 billion. Now it's only just under 1.7 at the moment, so it's heading in the right direction. Very cool indeed. We'll watch that, and obviously we sold out this VCA, so no roll up, there's not going to be much roll in to Friday's one from that one. Very cool indeed. So that's some really good news. So all the fundamentals are going well. We're just waiting for that price to catch up to all the excitement that's happening in Axion for sure. So let's quickly move on to some of the news while we're at it. We'll actually jump over to the Axion Today dashboard. We can actually see the price discount. Look at this. This is, looks to be 13.6 million Axion per ETH. That is kind of a record. We'll go back to the history. I don't think we've got any of those recently. We've had some record-breaking days. Our first one was at 10.2 million per ETH. Then we had 11 million, 12.2. Today looks like a complete record, 13.5 million per ETH, and that's I'm really going to find it hard that we'll get back to this days eventually. We'll see what happens. It all depends on what happens with our price in the future, but these are definitely record-breaking periods. So these people, I think, are going to be pretty pleased in the future. We're just looking at this one moment and this one week, this one day, but maybe in a month's time, you look back and go, oh my gosh, that's such an amazing rate, and it happens all the time in crypto land. So watch out for that. Hey, if you can get meme coins pumping, then you can see how price can move around a lot, especially when you got value tokens like Axion, where you're getting those beautiful sweet dividends day after day, week after week, and like clockwork pretty much. So pretty nice. We've got 21 minutes to go. Let's have a quick look at that price there. We're at 0.0032231. We got 10.7 million in liquidity, 624,000 in daily volume. So it's still on the soft side on our volumes. And we've got pooled ETH 1,337, pooled Axion 16.5 billion. That's where we're up with our markets at the moment. Hex is really moving it. Obviously taking a lot of attention, Hexes, because it looks like the Pulse and the Sacrifice wallet probably could be starting as soon as Friday or Saturday. That's probably the earliest that we're expecting an announcement on that one. So that is dragging longer attention. The price is rallying, super rallying, as well as so it's up to six. We think we almost got to 6.5 cents just about an hour ago, and it's up at just over 6 cents now. So it's going to continue to rise. I no real ceiling for that. Maybe 10, 15, 20 cents. I wouldn't hold your breath on that. It could do some pretty insane stuff there. And that's where that is. Wise, of course, is 80 cents, and that's where that's at, which is pretty much follows ETH up and down. Just had a pretty good launch on BSC chain with WiseB. That was pretty good. Obviously, unfortunately, after the launch, the market had the serious pullback, so we'll check that out as well. But this is where Axion is at the moment. These are the three leading value tokens in the market. And so we'll have a quick look here at the price on the daily. You can see that we just bounced off our bottom of our triangle support there. So let's hope that that's the bottom. We've got obviously the CCI just dipping down there in a negative territory, 142. So we've got to wait for that to turn around. So let's see where we head from here. We're at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands as well, which is the bottom 5%. And so we'll just see where we kick off from there. Hopefully that's the bottom. We're certainly below 100-day rolling average in the blue line. So the price, obviously we had a whale sell in there as well, a billion Axion. That doesn't help the structure of our price chart at all. And we actually got our momentum. Momentum was back up at 0.0039. Then the whale sold down to 0.0034, 35. So you can see how that affects the momentum. It happens every time. So we've had a bit of slippage there. So the chart does get affected by those whale sales, and the momentum obviously can be taken away as well by those. So still is a concern, but like I say, the fundamentals staking auctions are going super well, IEO is going super well, and so eventually the price will catch up to all that as well. Alright, so let's go to the announcements. We'll go and check on the announcements here. Let's go up. We'll have a look in here. There we are. So here's the two big announcements. Let's have a look here. So we've got Punky's come out here. This was 8:58 a.m. So it's a long time ago now. What's that? 9 o'clock. So 9 plus 3. That's 9, almost 10 hours ago. So great news. Sekuritance was able to reallocate some funds to the launch, and since this community is overwhelmingly committed to it, we get to have a full remainder. So it's pretty cool. Now I think from memory, about 100 people actually ended up getting allocations. I think that was the case. That's what I think I read. This is in addition to the 500k already filled. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. They're working on the final numbers and logistics now, but as it stands, SKRT, which is the token, will be splitting the new allocation among those who have already submitted their KYC. That's KYC means know your customer, and has been approved. You won't get the full requested amount, but you will get to participate. Note this is only in reference to the IEO and not the airdrop. Remember, there's an airdrop for all the max share stakers, which is still eligible up, I think, until the 15th. So remember that. So the airdrop, which will open to register for everybody until the 15th. So if you're gonna, you can still qualify for the airdrop part of it. So there's two parts, the airdrop, and you can qualify that if you get a max share stake in. So get that and do the form as well. And otherwise, if people have already applied for the IEO there, it doesn't. It also doesn't apply if you were originally accepted via the Sekuritance IEO. I think there's about 100 people from memory. So if your KYC was not approved and you believe that is an error, please send an email to there and check your emails as they will be getting an acceptance letter later soon, letting you know the amounts you can now submit. Due to timing, we ask the community to move fast as possible submitting their funds so as not to delay the distribution. Please reach out to the Sekuritance on their Telegram or Discord with specific questions. We'll update the community when I get final numbers. This is a wonderful news, team, and truly shows how advantageous Axion launch. So the Axion launch is on top of, so we've got obviously we get the dividends and staking and stuff like that through auctions, but Axion launch is another key, I guess you'd call it, rather than a product, it's like a platform added on to the Axion staking platform. Very cool indeed. Another feature, and it adds all this value with strategic partners, IEOs and airdrops on top of that, and potentially mostly benefits max share stakers. People staked for 5,555 days or 15.2 years is kind of the area that it will focus on. So really adding that extra value to you as a staker. So that's pretty cool. Axion launched, this is the first one, so big deal. Then we got just at 1:33 my time, so what's that, about 5 hours ago. We got this other update. Epic news: Sekuritance has done tremendous work and pushed deep to add an additional 250,000. So we had 500,000 allocated to Axion for the IEO. That's the initial launch for Sekuritance, and now that's been increased by 250,000. So it's $750,000, which is a pretty decent allocation for IEO. And this is on the Trust Swap, which is a widely accepted launch pad as well, and you have to have a certain amount of swap tokens to actually be eligible for these IEOs. And here we've got special treatment, which is really neat. But not only is it special treatment, but they are going to be a strategic partner and fit in one of those pieces of the puzzle into Axion's vision, which is going to be rolling out over the months ahead. So very exciting to see that. This affects only those who KYC to participate in the Sekuritance IEO. And this additional allocation will be split proportionally to the ask size of the 270 people who did not get in the first 500k. So that's really neat. So all those people are going to benefit to some degree, even if they didn't get their allocation in on the first one. So really nice. Check your emails and let's get this allocation fully funded as soon as possible, of course, and to all participate in the success of our newest partner. Now it was huge demand and for the Sekuritance apparently, so very cool. Special thanks to Crypto Marty. You're a true rock star and a gift to Axion community. So that's nice to see, and there's lots of love there. So really great, there's stuff happening there, folks. So be patient with the market price. I think all the fundamentals are going super duper well, and I wouldn't worry too much. So we've had a bit of movement in the price. The price just pulled back just slightly, just down to 0.0032, so it's just down just a tad. And so what's happens is that's made the auction now oversold completely. So 36.11 ETH versus 36.07. And so the auction price is just a tad below 10% now. We have a soft cap, which means that if the market moves around a bit, it may go up and down. For bids, so that will actually prevent anyone bidding in now based on that. But we'll go to the official page, see where that still holds. That haven't updated on the official page, but they may update. It's a little bit delayed on there. So that's pretty much the news and everything that's happening, folks. Let's go to the chat and see what's going on. Boy, chat's exploded while I was talking around about all the good stuff that's happening in Axion. So let's get on to it. Patricia, Vitalik, Elon, meme coin craziness while selling in Axion, gas, sellout, VCA. Man, Patricia, you should be a co-host on the show, but you're already a co-host on the Axion Today show. So yeah, you're absolutely right. So apparently Vitalik, I think, was selling some Ethereum, how it pushed the market down. Elon, Tesla, and specifically was talking about not accepting Bitcoin because of the energy use. But we already knew that. So why did they say that when they announced? It's kind of like, it's like whip-de-doo. And then we've got meme coin craziness, of course, like Shiba coin, and then whale selling in Axion here. That was unfortunate. Selling for Hex of all things, which makes sense because I think we've been talking about that a lot anyway. Gas, of course, gas has been super high, really terrible, and that's been unfortunate. It's been really negative. 400 Gwei, even higher. Let's have a quick look at the gas is finally coming down right now as we're doing this live stream. So we'll quickly check the gas now. It's only just started coming down. We're back down towards the 100 again, and we're talking about that being a reprieve, but it is when the gas has been up at 300-400. So you can see it's 106 fast. It's a lot more reasonable. It means the transfer is about $8, $9. You've got the Uni 3 and 5 is now back down. It was way up at $120, $150. Now it's down towards $40 to $50, $60 mark. You can see there, and we're down at this 100 Gwei mark. So good to see that indeed. Let's go down to the hourly. We can see that we were hoping for some green days. Remember yesterday I was talking about, well, let's get some green days. Well, we didn't get them really. We got a few little down to 150s. We've come up. Look at that 501 Gwei we had, and that was only about 12 hours ago. And that was the peak there. Look at that huge red one, 501 Gwei. It's just insane. And then we've come down. Now we get back down into more realistic territory where people can bear these costs. So that's 110 Gwei. Let's hope that it keeps going down, and let's get back to this 30-40 Gwei that we had at the beginning of the week last Friday. So let's hope for that. That's looking good at the moment. It's finally, look at it, it's been up for almost 3 days there, up in this orange red really high gas prices. Let's hope it comes down from there. We are getting some hope here. We love that hopium, as Richard Hart likes to say, hopium. That's what drives markets. So there we are. All right, so that's pretty cool. Really nice comment there, Patricia. Richard Hicks, hey folks, good to see you, Richard. Mr. Faraz, hello sir, good VCA divs. I'm late, but finally catching you and holding you till Axion reach high price. Yeah, you're going to hold me to account. I know, that's fair enough. Mr. Frost says hello everybody, and Alex says hi everybody as well. Bags full. He just retracted his message because it was probably another witty comment because he's so good with those. F bam bam bam. Morning everyone from the UK. So that's F bam. Everybody's in the house. So that's really it. Richard Hits. I see us drifting sideways beyond the triangle. Yeah, I think you're right there, Rich. At the moment that's the way it would look. Drifting sideways beyond the triangle. I'll have to get rid of the triangle soon. That's almost done. It's done its day. Structures once it moves out of there. It's got a couple of days left there. We'll see where it heads. Alex K says those damn whales giving us better deals. Yeah, that's true. So that's the positive. So a whale does sell down. That makes a lower price. People can buy in cheaper. If the markets pull back, so obviously we had Ethereum and Bitcoin pull back, and then it started to recover again. That also helps. It gives good buying opportunities. The problem that we're having, though, Axion, is that the price pulled back and no one's actually buying in on the market at the moment. So that's probably the issue there. All right, so... but like I say, there are other attractions on the market at the moment, meme coins, Hex and things like that, Pulsechain. So there is a bit of distraction. We obviously, that is the case as well. Let's have a look here. Mr. Faraz, morning from India. Yeah, morning to you, Mr. Faraz. And John Robinson, good afternoon, everybody. Hey, John Scories, good to see you. John Atkins, hi, everybody, also from UK. So UK's in the house, India's in the house. We're representing here, all Texas in the house as well. Very cool. Bags for all in the life of Crypto Hodler. Absolutely. John Robinson, 1.4 billion Indians after you then to buy Axion. Yeah, that's Mr. Froz. You've got to have you have a responsibility to get all the people in India to start buying Axion too. That's probably a good way of doing it. Now you can get some referral bonuses, getting them into the regular auctions. That would help you to fund your marketing, Mr. Froz. Bags full. Hi everybody. Mr. Froz. Yes, more Indians must buy too. Patricia says hi, bags full, and hi, Patricia says bags full. Mr. Frost says, hi Patricia. Alex K could not resist adding a bit more to the auction. Yes, you said you were might do that just at the end, Alex. So really cool that you've done that. Good, such a good price of fees dropping a bit, and good ratio to Bitcoin as well. Patricia says, hi Mr. Frost and F Bam, Bam Bam, and Alex of course. And Patricia says, hi John Robinson, hi John Atkins, and Alex says, hi Patricia. So hi to everybody. This is our 180 auction day, and we're about to close it. It's a bit of a birthday, and we're not far away from the end. Let's jump to the actual auction before we close there, and we're getting a lot of stakes there as well. So 36. So we've got 8 minutes to go, and VCA number 23 truly sold out indeed, and they're getting a full discount there. Oh, Alex, man, you're going to get a great rate. It's almost 13, almost not far away from 13.7 million Axion. This is going to be truly historic. You're going to be able to talk about that for some time, I reckon, Alex. We'll just see where the price goes. But yeah, and obviously this price is very attractive. We'll see whether people start buying into that once they've stopped being distracted by Hex and a few other things there. So there is certain focus in the market at the moment going on. So we'll see where that ends up. All right, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Let's go quickly look at the activity as well, and let's have a look here. So we've got a couple comments in there. Hi Patricia, good to see you in here as always. John Atkins says, hey Rich Hitch, FBAM, time to buy some cheap Axions. Absolutely, I reckon it's really good buying in there. Patricia, looking forward to your overview, Axion token. Hello Patricia, it says John. Yep, we're into it. So let's have a look here at what we've got here. So we're getting a look at these big stakes, folks. Look at this. Shrimp into dolphin, 34.8 million. Absolutely fantastic. 15 years. This is only 7 minutes ago. We've got this new stake here, and we've got another fish becoming a dolphin, 12 million. This is only 26 minutes ago. Another new stake here, fish becoming a dolphin here, 11.6. Awesome stuff. This is all just now, and we haven't even finished the VCA, so this is not even including the VCA stuff. Very cool. Another shrimp becoming a fish. I don't know what's driving this sudden move to stake long. This is what's that, 5 years? So really cool. And these are some of the bids we've had. 1.17. 1 ETH there from a fish. These are great seeing these fishies in. Really good. Another fish. 1 ETH there too. And we've got a dolphin with a Bitcoin bid. 1.5. Another dolphin 0.8. Very cool indeed. Look at all these max steers here. A shrimp becoming a dolphin. A fish becoming a dolphin. This is exactly what we want to see. Beautiful stuff. It's not just sharks and whales continually to upgrade, which we love, but it's actually really great to see all the distribution really far and wide, really positive, and all 15 years. That's really neat. Another dolphin there upgrading, 5555. Another shrimp upgrading and became a fish there, so pretty cool. 2.5 million. Here's another bid here into the auction, 1 ETH from another fish. Love these, all these, fish, crabs, shrimps, really dominating. That's really nice to see. And of course, we've got all the big ones there, pulling out some wrapped Bitcoin divs. And there's another Bitcoin bid from a shrimp. Really beautiful to see. Look at this shrimp becomes a fish, 6.3 million. A dolphin, a new stake, 13.3. And of course, we've got the special promo on until the 15th of May. So what day is it now? We've got 13th of May. There's only about 2.5 days to go until the promos finish for staking, getting that staking bonus. Your shares, or was it your vote, your shares, I think, something like that. Bonus, we can get 6% for 350 days, up to 20% for 15.2 years or 5,555 days. That's in addition to longer pays better, which pays you 20% bonus shares up to 15.2 years, which is over 300% shares. So longer pays better, over 300% shares, plus a 20% bonus on your vote, your shares together. That one's going to run out on the 15th of May. You've got about 2.5 days to get that. Plus, you've got awesome, stellar AXN results at the moment. I think it's like a perfect storm for people that are seeing the big vision, and well, they'll be well rewarded for that. So lots of stuff going on there, folks. You can all see that. Really neat. We had some more bids there from dolphins, 4 and 4. I think that's in the right period. Hopefully, I haven't got too far back in the activities stuff there. Almost start to stutter when you're starting to talk too much. So I'll better have a drink, and we'll show that. So at the moment, with this is the 23rd VCA. We're sold out. We got 98.38 wrapped Bitcoin, over $5 million US at the moment, given the current Bitcoin pullback to about 50 grand, and so we're almost at that 100 Bitcoin paid out to stakers, almost there, not far away. We should probably hit it by the mega VCA. So yeah, we should easily hit it by the mega VCA, I'm assuming. We've got 70 pulled out, 3.6 million. Our max shares up to 103.56 billion, and that's looking really good too. So 3.5 minutes to go, folks. Cheers. Happy birthday for 6 months. Just about done. We're just about to start on our next 6 months, so we'll enjoy that. Obviously, on the 28th of May, we've got our 1 year party from when Hex 2T and that was launched last year. So that's kind of the, I guess, the seed of the idea thing. So we've got to celebrate that too. That's coming up. All right, let's see some comments here. John Robinson, hello Patricia. Alex K, you have to buy when others are selling or distracted by shiny things, Superman. I agree with you, Alex, and you lead the way on that one. You lead by example. Jake from State Farm says gas was crazy. It was crazy. Instano in the membrane. Is that what the old song was? 501 Gwei. I mean, that's just insano. You got all these other prices, 300-400 Gwei, just insano. So it's nice to see it coming down right now. Where is it at? this is where it's at the moment. Let's hope that it keeps going down next few hours and getting back down to that 30-40 grey. We can bear that. Even that's, you know, we would wish it was lower than that, but we can bear such things when we get that. Doesn't bode well either. So we want to get our stakes and stuff done. Obviously, Axion version 3 is coming this quarter. So Axion is responding with a significant response, up to 87.5% lower fees. That's humongous. So we should probably get ourselves down somewhere in the, I don't know, $6 to $8, somewhere like that. And I think that people can live with that quite easily. And that compared to paying 150 bucks or 120 bucks or something like that. So very cool indeed. All right, that's pretty cool. You have to buy when other gas was crazy. Hi, Jake from the farm, and yes, sir, we'll do marketing for Axion in India. That's a good idea, Mr. Farage. We look forward to it. Let us know in the chat what you do. Maybe we can bring you on the live stream, and you can be my first guest live, Mr. Farage. How about that? You can give us some news about your activities in India. That'd be really cool. We'd love to do that for sure. We'll probably be able to get you on Axion Today show too. I'm sure they would invite you as well to get to your perspective of India. That would be really, really lovely. All right, Alex says principal bonus special driving it. Yeah, absolutely. I saw a whale withdraw 2.2 wrapped Bitcoin divs about 2 hours ago. Very nice. Wow, good observation, John. Just shows you. See, it just shows you can be patient and accumulate your wrapped Bitcoin, depending on how big they were. So only a few days for 6 to 20% bonus. Absolutely. That's a really big observation. So that share bonus, only about 2.5 days to go. So if you are intending to max out with these awesome rates of 13.5 million Axion and get that extra 20% bonus, that's huge. You don't forget you got wrapped Bitcoin divs coming and coming and coming. We get 4 VCAs a week. So it's going to be fantastic. And Jake from the Steak Farm, hey, it's good to have you in the chat too, Jake. Hi Patricia, hope you're doing well. Big smiley face there. So really nice update. I think I caught up. How about that? And we've got 70 seconds to go, just in time. And happy birthday everybody, 6 months. Woo! I forgot to get my streamer. I actually went to get the streamer, but the shop was closed. So there we are. I probably should have gone to the local food town or something like that to get a streamer, but them's the breaks. I was going to the $2 shop, but hey. So hey, like the price has gone a bit different on that one. Let's have a look there. Yeah, so we've got slightly different prices on the depending on which dashboard you're looking. So the auction's over, folks, for VCA23. Awesome stuff. Sold out. You got your wrapped Bitcoin divs. You're not affected at all by the market price. If you stay long term, you're just still continuing to get those divs, and that's awesome stuff. Now the other thing was that we've got the regular auctions coming up at the moment. So we've got auction day 181. It's May the 13th, and 200 million Axion coming up, 64,000 US. Now, with this been selling out like hotcakes, we're going to see whether it sells out like that today. Obviously, today we got 2.3197 Bitcoin as well. I don't want to miss that one. 119,000 worth of wrapped Bitcoin was paid to stakers. 2.319, and all up we bought 2.3 Bitcoin with the 36.1. So out of that, 85% goes to stakers, that's to 2.31, and 10% goes back to the bidder, the people that actually bid in the ETH, and then 5% goes to the Axion Foundation for marketing and development, and obviously sustaining the project far into the future. So really neat there. Obviously, we know that they've got a development fund and also stuff like that. We know that they've got funds way out into the future. I think it's somewhere like 4 or 5 years or something like that. So Axion's going nowhere. Pretty awesome stuff there. All right, so awesome. There we are. We're just going waiting for this to reset, folks, and we'll get into that. And we'll just move that gas along to the back there, and we'll wait for this to reset. I'm not sure. Might have to actually update this page. Sometimes I do that, but sometimes it won't reconnect. So we're just going to wait. Just depends. Yeah, it's gone undefined again. But we have started the next auction, and let's refresh this page too. I'll bet there's someone screaming in the chat telling me refresh the page. But hey, we'll get there. We'll get there. There we are. So we started. Boom. So we're into it. 200 million, $64,500 up for grabs. Let's see if this sells out as fast as all the other ones have been selling out. We're on auction day 181. We're also starting off with the great rates that you can get. So starting off with 13.6, 13.7 million Axion per ETH, and obviously only 14.4 ETH to sell this out. I say that, but of course, you know, ETH is about $4,000 each. But that's where we're at the moment. So let's see if we sell it out. We've got, obviously, this is the official Axion Today dashboard. If you want to get that 10%, you have probably best to enter in early. You can use the link in the video description, hook up your MetaMask wallet, put your ETH in here, click send max, and then place your bid in, and then it will go into the auction. And you're going to get 2 fees, one for entering the auction, one for withdrawing and exiting the auction, so take that into account. That's what will happen. And you'll be able to stake a minimum of 60 days in a regular auction and maximum of 5,555 days. But as I said earlier, massive share bonus on at the moment, which you won't see again. 2.5 days left for that. Your voice, your share, your vote, your share, something like that. I think it's called. So you'd think I'd memorize that, wouldn't you? But hey, all fun and games. Paxful says people will run to get into Axion, especially after this bear market hits. Absolutely. All the meme coins will probably go near to zero. They go up like that. What happens is they get a meme coin and it goes vertical, and they suddenly make super amazing money, and then they think it's going to stay there. And of course, that's just a meme coin. It's got no other function, and it just goes beep, right back down. And then they wonder, whoo, if they didn't take profits, then they're just going to sit there and go, oh my gosh, I missed the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm suddenly rich, and they're not rich. So that happens a lot. So you really need value tokens like Axion, like Hex, like Wise, those sort of things. Those are the ones that have a lot of value. They have economic functions, financial functions in them, and the maths does a lot of the talking as well. So really cool there. Okay, we've got 5 minutes to go. Just going back and check on here, and we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Whether we get 10 to 20 minutes, we get some ETH in there, or not. Or will this be the first regular auction that doesn't? That would be a surprise, wouldn't it? Because we've been selling up by hotcakes with these things. Rich Hitch says, let's go for a fast seller. Absolutely. That's what we've been getting used to. Once you get used to something, you expect that, and when it doesn't happen, you go, oh my gosh, what's going on? You know, you get a bit like that. So that's my 5th grade acting there. But yeah, you wait for that. So awesome rate. Hey, Alex, congratulations on your VCA winnings. That's huge. And I'm sure you'll be able to get to talk about that in the Discord for many months to come. That's be interesting to see if that holds up at this record, whether this is the top of the top. Yeah. So we're just counting down, 6 minutes to go. Gwei is actually pretty reasonable, so it's actually really cheap, relatively cheap for the bigger people to get in. We like to keep to the 5% rule, so that's not too bad. Let's see what it would cost you. Well, swap's about $60, so not sure what it would be to get into that at the moment. Don't think I've got much ETH in there at the moment to do that. Yeah, not on this one. It's a demo account, so there's nothing in there to do a little test. Let us know in the chat if you want to tell us what the actual fee would be to enter the auction at the moment. You don't have to actually do it, just pretend, and you can always cancel the ticket that comes up in MetaMask. We don't want you accidentally entering the regular auction if you didn't intend to. But it'd be interesting to know how much the fee is at the moment, because we can see that just doing a swap at the moment is around $60 to $70, and it's probably maybe a bit higher than that to go into the VCA. I'm not sure. Might be about $80 maybe, something like that. So typically like to sit to that 5% rule of fee not being greater than the value of what you're doing. Yeah. Right, so that's pretty exciting stuff. We can see the price just going up there a little bit. So have we got something in there? Yeah, we got a bid in there. So there's F8C is the auction address. We got 1 ETH has gone in, 0.8. That should show up here. Let's have a look here. So it's not showing up yet. Maybe I just need to refresh the page again. And but we've got a bid in there. 1 ETH has gone in. There's a bet in the market there. There's that 1 ETH. So boom, we got that on the market. So 80% of the 1 ETH goes onto the market. We saw that, folks. And we're getting lots of these max share stakers. Look at these people coming in. Wow. That's got to be, surely got to be the share rate contest that's suddenly getting people doing that. Plus we've got the VCA, people claiming the VCA, so they're going to be staking max shares. So we should see that figure really jump. But there we are. We got the price. So we had that first bid in there, and it's actually helped to lift the price up a bit. Very nice. That's the way it works. We get to, you got the VCAs and regular auctions. Sort of people were getting upset there wasn't more, because we went down from five regular auctions down to 3. And so people were a bit concerned that there wasn't enough buying back on the market. But what happens is if you get them all buying back on one part, sometimes people, if the price has been stagnating for a while, people go, oh, the market's got price gone up, now I'm going to sell out into it because I think the market's not doing no momentum. That's what a lot of psychology happens in that place. So, you know. There we are. All right, so let's go back to the chat, see any comments there. Great acting, Superman. Hollywood beckons. Oh, what's that famous one? Yeah, Hollywood. I just knifed myself in the chest as pretending, but that wasn't actually that funny. But anyway, so thank you and thank you. Let's hope this was the best ratio and Axion price goes up from here. Yeah, good one, Alex. I agree with you. Great acting. And Patricia, yay. And Jonathan, $246 to bid in the auction right now, says Jonathan G. Okay, cool. What gwei was that? Was that about 115 gwei? Yeah, certainly the lower the gwei goes, that price comes down quite dramatically. So take that into account. All right, so where are we up to? I don't want to miss anything here. Jumping around a little bit there. So yeah, so we've had that one bid, 0.8. We'll try and keep that up there so that we know what the bids are coming in as well. Let's jump to, we're just going to scroll up actually, and we're sitting at 103.67 billion in max share state, and we know that the VCA's just come out, so people could withdraw that and max share stakes, so that's gonna increase, and so let's have a look. That is 500 million. We'll go to the transactions there. We can see it's just some of these last couple minutes. How long are we going? We're going 11 minutes. So we've got these three have obviously most likely come out of the VCA. So a fish, a dolphin, and a dolphin, and they've probably got these coming out there. So that represents 117 million of that 500 million, and it's pretty cool. Max shares, so that looks pretty good. That's a presumed, well, I guess assumed or presumed. Presumed kind of you don't know some of the evidence, whereas the assumption is more like you have some evidence behind it, right? So that's looking good. I guess if we'll watch the price, and if we see the price jumping up, we know that we're getting some ETH in that auction. Very fun there. LSK, a bid indicated price is overinflated. It only uses 60% or so the cost is shown. Yeah. So if we go 240, it's always going to come probably around about 200 or something like that. And if it obviously as the gwei goes down quite dramatically, that price comes down pretty fast. So with 200 indicated, it will actually do. I'll use about 120. Says Alex. So that's interesting. And obviously the gwei is coming down. Just got to hope that it keeps going down and down, and hopefully we can then start doing more transactions. That really helps Axion for sure on that one. So 1 ETH in there. Early days. We're about 11 minutes in, and we'll see whether we get another good one. Jonathan G, good to know. Thanks. Well, at least for VCA, maybe different ratio for regular. Okay, yeah, there'll be slightly different algorithms. I'd have thought just slightly different, given the where the transactions are going when it goes off. They'll be making you pay for all the buybacks and stuff like that, no doubt. Actually, I never thought about that actually. All right, so auction day 181. Can you believe it? 181, 181 days, and we're on a regular auction. 200 million Axion up for grabs. And we've got 1 ETH in there already. We need 14.42 ETH at the current price of Axion, which is at 0.00323, and that's US cents. And we're 1/14.42. So yeah, looking good. These have all been selling out like hotcakes within like 10-20 minutes pretty much. Sometimes they get like 75%, and there's a little bit of slowness afterwards. But yeah, some crazy stuff. We'll see whether we get that today. Obviously with the gwei coming down, we do expect people to be more keen to, with the gwei price coming down. Gets just so much easier, especially after that 300-400 gwei. It is moving around quite a bit though. So yeah, look, another wild stake, 42 million. So we had about 120, so 162. So let's say we're at about 160 million out of that 500 million. I'm presuming these are all just coming out of the VCA, being claimed, withdrawn, and staked. And there's another 20 million. So what do we say? So it's 120, 160, 180. So about 180 million out of that 500 million has been staked, max shared. That's really good ratios, right? We like that. Obviously they're showing up on here because of the case. There's 3 million of a fish going max shared as well. Cool. So you can see what I mean by the fundamentals are going really well. People are staking max shares, like awesome, and also we're getting that. We're getting the auctions are pretty much selling out most of the time, and some of them pretty fast as well, especially regular auctions going like that. And the VCAs, the 500 million VCAs have been performing really well, I think, and we've actually decreased the amount that's going into Friday. So Friday mega VCA has actually gone down. We'll actually see what it is by the time we get to it, but it's currently sitting just under 1.7 billion, whereas it was just over 2.1 billion last Friday. So the fundamentals are going really good. We've just had a half a ETH go in as well, so we're up to 6,000 now. So we're just slowly climbing, and we're only 13 minutes into the regular auction day 181. Yeah, lots of things happening there. And obviously the big news today is the Sekuritance $250,000 bonus. So we went from $500,000 allocation for the IEO to $750,000, and the extra 250 was able to be given out to 200 in proportion to the bids by the 270 people that had done KYC that missed out from the announcement. So really awesome. Thumbs up to everybody for that. Now in a regular auction, we get 80% of the Ethereum goes on to Uniswap and buys Axion today, so not wrap Bitcoin. So yesterday was wrap Bitcoin. We just finished that one. Today, the Ethereum goes and buys Axion, and so far we're up to 15 million Axion's been bought, and that goes back to stakers. And obviously, Axion's different. It doesn't come into your wallet real time. It gets added to your stake. And you get that reward at the end of your staking period. So if you've got a 1 year stake, you'll get your share of this 15 million at the end of that year. So we've got 4 VCAs a week. You get wrap Bitcoin immediately into the staking platform, which you can withdraw at any time. And then we have 3 VCAs, 3 regular auctions, like this one here, that you get, and you get Axion, and it just goes into your staking, and this accumulates into that as your reward. So it's very cool. All right, let's go back here. What are we going? Let's have a look here. So we've got Alex says yes, you pay for buybacks, but in VCA you pay for swap to wrap Bitcoin. Absolutely. Hey, Robbie Davidson's in the house, another host of Axion today. Good to see you, Robbie. Hey all, great VCA, and looking like day 181 will be be fire as well. Absolutely, it's looking good. It's good to have you here, Robbie. And Alex K, looks like 66% used from the 500,000 gas default for bids into auction for the regular auction. A bit more than VCA, but not much more. Okay, that's really interesting, Alex. 66% used for the 500,000 gas. Okay, cool. Hi, Robbie, says Alex. So very nice there. And yeah, we're already in the throes here. Let's get the calculator out. We'd love to get the calculator out. And let's do that. 1.5 divided by 14.45, and that gives us so far 10%, just over 10% sold out, 10%.4. So that's looking good. We're already only 15 minutes in, so we haven't had anyone just suddenly Dolphin come in and suddenly do 10 ETH, something like that. We've been getting that basically day after day after day, so this day is a little bit easier. So if you want to get 10% bonus, hit the link below, get in there. Obviously, if you self-refer, you can use 2 wallets and you can get up to 20% bonus on today. And the other thing is that you also have potential to get up to that 10% discount to market with the soft cap. We've got a 90% soft cap, so that's why we get that 14.44 ETH. Yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff. And look at that ratio, 13.6 million. Alex just got that. That's a really juicy number there. Really cool. On the market at the moment, if you bought on Uniswap, you'd get 12.4 million, which is outstanding by itself. But if you go into the auction, you get 13.6 million, which is crazy. As Paul says, mind blown on that one. There we are. So pretty cool stuff. You can see those 2 bids have gone in there. 0.8 is 80% of 1 ETH, and obviously 0.4 is 80% of the half ETH that went in. So those 2 bids, and you can see that that's the auction address. That's where it comes from, and it goes onto the market, takes that Ethereum, and then buys Axion with it. And it also, in this case, because no one's selling into it, it helps the price to go up a little bit, depending on the ratio of the liquidity, of course. But that's the basic idea there. So we'll see there. Very cool. And yeah, just looking at Hex at the moment, 00058, did get up to 6.4 cents. I'm expecting that to keep going. I think it's going to do something silly once there's a date given out by Richard Hart. Expected Friday or Saturday for the sacrifice address. We'll watch that. I think something crazy is going to happen to that price once we get an actual timeline, and it could do something really silly. Hey, looks like we got a. Did we get another bid in there? No, we got a market buy there, 6.3 ETH. Someone just went and bought 77.7 million on market, and you saw it live here, folks. That's a pretty big buy, so pretty neat there, 77.7 million there. So awesome stuff there. We could go and check. Let's go check it out. Let's be nosy. Go be nosy and see whether they're actually accumulator, a new account. We can sometimes get that idea just by going in and having a look there. So that's the only Axion they have, at least in liquid. Let's see whether they've actually bought some before. No, this is the first time they've bought some from the looks out by this account. So it looks to be new. So we don't know whether necessarily they're a staker, but we can take their address, and we don't know who they are. So it's just a bit of fun, really. And we can go up and we can add their address up. And this is the Axion Today dashboard. If you want to get this, hit the link below and you can see the Axion Today dashboard. Just paste in the address. This is anonymous, so you don't know who it is. I think it was 9008, wasn't it? Eh? Just let me double check that. Yeah, 9008. And we can check that. So let's have a look here. So yeah, they have nothing staked. So this is a brand new buy. This potentially is a new investor, but are they a swing trader, or are they going to actually invest and stake this? You'd have to monitor them and find out. But that's a pretty cool buy, and maybe they're just taking advantage of the lower Axion price. But very cool there to see that. Looks brand new shrimp, and if they're new and they want to invest, very cool. And anyway, in any case, the liquidity is always good. Having buy and sellers is always good as well. So that's an interesting one there. I'll just get rid of the address there, and we'll see how we go on that one. Let's go jump back to the auction. Let's actually go through the total supplies. So we've got 267.7 billion total supply. We've got 43.1 billion liquid, which is a bit lower than we have had. We had it up in the 44 for a while, and we're at 224.5 billion staked, and our share rate is 83.87, just a tad lower than yesterday. I think we were pretty much on 84%. And obviously got the big paydays coming up. Max Share Club, 103.73 billion. I expect this to keep going up today as people withdraw from that VCA. We've already seen about 180 million be stake max shared, which is really awesome stuff. So we've got 7,374 stakes at the moment. Our wrap Bitcoin's looking awesome after 23 VCAs, 98.38. We're not far away from 100. I think our mega VCA on Friday, which is the auction after this one, auction day 182, should get us to that 100 wrap Bitcoin quite easily, and we'll be well over that 100, and that would be awesome. Another milestone for Axion, and then we're on 70.5. Wrap Bitcoin's been pulled out by stakers, and as someone pointed out, a whale pulled out about 2 Bitcoin earlier, so that's pretty epic. Alright, so 20 minutes in, got 1.5 ETH in there. Let's go check out, why don't we go check out the number of shares on in Axion. So Axion in total has 538 billion shares, so 538 billion shares. That's the main game in staking tokens like Axion, is that the more shares you have, the more of the rewards you get. So in Axion, a minimum 8% inflation per year is your minimum return, and then on top of that you get Axion accumulated in your investment stakes every day, well 3 times a week from the regular auctions which we've got on now, and 4 days a week you get wrap Bitcoin put onto your staking page under your wrap Bitcoin line item that you would have. You must make sure your address is registered, of course. You can simply do that by having a stake, and that's what's important. And obviously we've got big paydays coming up as well, and the first one is 5 billion is going to be distributed. That goes into your stake, of course, so you only get that reward once your stake's matured, and in proportion to your share percentage, how many shares you own compared to everybody's shares. But we've got 5 billion in there. 29th of October is going to be that. I'm sure we'll have a big little marketing celebration for that in there, so very cool. That's pretty much the numbers. Obviously our wallet accounts is something like 19 what's it, 9, I think it's up at 19,000 something. We might actually pull up the stats page. I think I've got the stats page here. I'm not sure if it's still there. I've got lots of different sites. Let's go to Axion stacks there. Stats, I say. Stacks. Don't know what Axion I've got there. It sounds like 3 different ones. But it's the stats site. We've got 19,421 addresses, it says on here, at least holding one Axion. So that continues to go up. I think when I looked at this about a month ago, we were down at 17, something like that, or 18. So we're up at 19,421, it says on here. So that's pretty cool. Let's have a look at the liquid addresses. We've got one whale that's liquid with 1 billion in there. We've got 5 great whites with just over 3 billion. So come on, whales and great whites, start max staking that stuff and support the long-term growth of the platform and get those sweet wrap Bitcoin diffs. So there is my shout out to them. Get into it and so forth. So that's pretty much it on those key numbers. Let's go back to the auction there. Look at that, a dolphin just staked 114 million. So that's a vast majority of that VCA has been max shared. Pretty sure. Let's go back down and have a look at that. Man, it's just too exciting, isn't it? With stuff going on here. So yeah, let's have a look here. So our time we're 24 minutes in. So we've got this one here. That was before. Let's assume this one here. So 17 was that 70, 82, 82. 82, what's that, 86, 100, 182, 106, I'm losing my maths now, 110, 130, 130, what's that one, 130, 170, and so 285, so 290, so let's say we're up around about 290 million out of that 500 million from the VCA approximately. That's already being max staked. So everyone's max staking that stuff, folks, from the looks of it. That's really cool and really nice anecdotal evidence there of high max stakers. So that's really nice to see that. Because obviously every week we're minting 2.6 billion Axion tokens and we want to be able to be staking more than that. Obviously, when you come out of regular auction, you have to minimum stake for 60 days. When you come out of a VCA, you have to minimum stake for 120 days. But really, we want more net staking than that, which we have been getting. Not sure how the results have been in the last couple of weeks, but we definitely were well before that, doing very good. So obviously, we've got the special bonus on with share stakes at the moment. Let's go check that out again while we're here. We are on the right page. And I think we're going to have a real boom again once we get that V3 up and running as well, with the fees coming down. It'll bring on a lot more investors as well, especially smaller investors. Opens up with those cheaper fees, and it'll be quite unique on the Ethereum platform to be able to have that as a staking token as well, because all the other staking tokens still suffer on the Ethereum chain, those things. That's why Rich is doing Pulsechain and so forth. So yeah, and let's go back up here. The other things, of course, we've got the IEOs and airdrops and stuff coming on the Axion launchpad, which is another huge bonus. And we're going to see how that plays out, because on TrustSwap, all those have been doing really great with the returns. You can actually go onto TrustSwap site, check out what they've actually been earning, but they're pretty stellar. Hopefully I haven't got too far back. So here's the actual, this is running out on the 15th. So your shares, your voice. I keep on saying your vote, your shares, but it's actually your shares, your voice event. And this promotion will begin immediately. Obviously that was on the 15th of April, and it's going to end on May the 15th, which is only about, what, 2.5 days away. And basically for 350 days you can get a 6% bonus on your basic shares, so 10 million becomes 10.6, and you see it that 700 days 7%. So, and every additional 300 days you staked, you receive additional percentage bonus, and a max share stake, which is 15.2 years or 5,555 days, you'll receive a full bonus of 20%. So 10 million Axion will become 12 million Axion on your basic shares. Then on top of that you get your longer pays better, which if you do 15.2 years is over 300%. So it's kind of a no-brainer, right? Over 300% plus 20% shares. And this is limited time, so it's going to give you relatively more shares. And like I said, the main game in Axion, the more shares that you have, the more of the rewards that you get. The minimum 8%, the dividends, and obviously other benefits in the future. So pretty neat. All right, so that's pretty much it. So get that in. It's going to close out on 15th. Tell your friends and stuff like that. That's happening. All right, so we're up to 2.5 ETH. Boom. So we're 10,000 US dollars. Let's see, someone bet me to it in the chat. Probably did. Let's have a look there. So Alex says hi, Robbie. Patricia, hi, Robbie. And Robbie Davidson, hi, Alex and Patricia. And Alex goes, in a regular auction, you'll get 10% discount with Superman's link in the description. Yeah, you absolutely will. So if you want to get into this auction, use the link below and you get a 10% bonus, as well as 10% discount to the market. And hopefully they will stake and take advantage of the 20% deal. Yeah, that's on limited time only. Does anybody remember how many days before upgrade button goes away? No, I don't actually. How long can the stake be before upgrade button is gone? wasn't it 1887? Isn't it that famous American year? Like maybe the 1887, is that the American independence? Something like that. 1886, 1887, something like that. So Bitcoin watch join there. So there we are. How are we doing here? We're 54 minutes in, so we'll probably keep going for another 6 minutes watching this opening of the regular. We don't normally go this long on a regular, but normally they're sold out. Boom. But this one here is taking a little bit longer. So we're 2.5. That's pretty cool. So we'll go to the market. We can actually see that buy here. So 0.8 ETH. So that was 1 ETH that went in. 80%, which is 0.8 ETH, is actually used to go onto the market and buy Axion, and that goes to all of stakers. And we can see that that's bought there. So we've had one auction buy, 2 auction buys, 3 auction buy, 1 auction, 2, and then 3. So we had 3 auction buys, plus we've got 3 just market buys by people. So that's really nice to see a bit of buying going on. And let's see that price go up, because surely 00032 isn't where we should be. At the very least, we should be up at that 00004. At the very least, in my view, and obviously we should be start really tracking up there. So we'll just what the market will decide. So we'll just wait for the market to do its thing. You can have irrational values all the time. People value meme coins at irrational values, and real value tokens get discounted. So you get all those sort of things. Obviously, Hex is rallying every day. It's going up, so the market's just deciding that's the thing. Obviously, they're wanting to get those Hex coins to go, and maybe some of them are just speculating, or others want to use them to put into the sacrifice address. So you got all that sort of stuff going on. It's just the way things go in crypto land. Yep. So let's just get out of there. At the moment, the GUI is about 112, so it's not too bad compared to it has been. We saw earlier that we had all these terrible 2.5 days, almost 3 days worth of very high GUI prices, insane stuff. But we're actually coming down into this green territory. Let's hope that continues over the next few hours, and we can get back into the more like this. This is what it was same time last week that we're about to move into. So if we can even get back into those 30 to 50 GUI marks, we'd be much happier with that. But hopefully we'll get back into that 2030. Remember, we enjoyed that 2030 GUI. What was that, about 2 weeks long, something like that. But that was nice, at least a week long. So hopefully we'll get that. All right, looking good. So what's 2.5? Let me do the calculator out again. 2.5 divided by 14.59. That's we're up at 17.1% sold out, and we're only 30 minutes in. That's not too bad at all. Not too scraggy, as it were. It could be a good trivia question, says Alex. Yeah. Feel free to answer that one. I keep reading. Every time I read it, Alex, I try to memorize it, and that's why I said it's like that famous. It's either 1887 or 1886, but is 1887 is it the Declaration of Independence, United States, something like that. I'm not sure. I'd have to Google it, but we'll leave that one for another time. If you've staked longer than that, then you can't upgrade. I think is the case. All right, so look at that. The rate's just a little bit lower than yesterday now that the price has gone up a bit. It's now down to 13.467 million per ETH. So not quite as good as what Alex got yesterday for the VCA, but we'll see what happens to the price over this time. So once again, in crypto, prices can change fast. You can have candles go up massive amounts in a short space of time. So we'll see what the market does at any point in time. We'll see there. So Hex is actually pulling off after heading up to that 6.7. It's down to 5.7. Interesting stuff there. And obviously we've got why this seems to be sitting. I don't know if these prices are updating exactly accurately, but that's what's happening there. And we've moved up a bit. That's nice to see. Let's go to the hourly candle actually. See what we can see on there. Yeah, so we're up a little bit there. Take little ruler and have a check out that. And yeah, we're up about 7%. We're up 7%, Alex. Yoo-hoo! Party time! Party time, second round. There we are. Party time, second round. So that's that's that. All right. So shrimp to stake 64 million. So like I say, that VCA, basically a lot of big numbers coming out of VCA, and they're just staking that stuff. Max share. They're not mucking around. They're not playing. They're not doing 350 days. They're not doing 2 days. They're on 1 month. They're staking max shares with that stuff. So that's pretty epic. We're on 59. Let's go check that one. I've got a little bit more time. Let's go check that out. Let's go back here. Look at that. Beautiful. So what I say, I think when we were 114, I said we were at about 290. So let's go 290 plus 93. This is a shrimps too. All shrimps, new accounts basically, from the looks of it. Shrimp and shrimp become dolphins. New dolphins are born. You know. So I'm not going to make dolphin noises, but that's pretty exciting. The cat's getting upset. Let's have a look. Come on, Storm. Oh, there's Storm here. He's happy. Look. So Storm's doing all right. Oh, he doesn't like that. Oh, see ya. Anyway, so we're at 290. What's that? 395, and let's say call that 4. So let's go 460 out of that 500 million Axion. Let's assume that that's all associated. 460 out of that 500 million seems to be max shared. Wow, that's way better than our normal 68% rate that we normally talk about. 68% average. So that's outstanding. So that's getting close to 100% on that one, really. So that's pretty interesting stuff. Rich Hicks says 1776. Thanks, Rich. Yeah, that's 1776. Thanks. Appreciate that. I was off by a century. Never mind. Rich Hicks, quality max stakes. Yeah, that's quality, all right. Yeah, I would have failed that in the test for sure. 1776. What is it? 1887. There's something in 1887 that's pretty big in American history. I'm sure of it. Oh, I feel like Googling it now. But anyway, you think I've watched enough American Civil War movies and other stuff like that to actually memorize that stuff, you would have thought. But nevertheless. Alright, so I think that's pretty cool. Where are we up to? Let's go one more check of the auction, and then we might sign off from here. We've done a very long live stream for a regular auction, and that's our final mark. Obviously, we're 17% sold out. Let's watch the rest of the next 22 hours. It's going to be fun. 22 and a half hours, and actually 23 and a half hours. And we'll catch you on the next one. We have got next auction show will be obviously extended live stream for VCA number 24, and it's going to be a mega VCA. We're going to have a lot of Axion up for grabs there. Let's check that. This obviously means a lot of wrapped Bitcoin. I've lost the thing, but we're about 1.7, just under 1.7 or around 1.7 billion Axion up for grabs. That has shrunk from the previous Friday, which is a good sign. And that will eventually put more demand onto the regular auctions and VCA auctions and Uniswap. So pretty neat there. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Was pretty good actually, and I enjoyed it. So I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the comments and all the insights from Alex and the rest of you. Once again, I'll catch you next time. 1887 is a bear. Yeah, good one there. Bags full. Bags full. Bags. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, let me just sign off here. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch you tomorrow for that mega VCA. Is going to be fun. 1664, right? Okay, I'm going to try and pull out a few of those dates. We'll have a test tomorrow. Nice one. Hey, cheers everybody. Signing off from New Zealand. We're from the future. It's 7:37 in the evening. I'm going to go get some dinner, and it's pretty late this time, but I will do that. John Robinson, Alex K, Bags Phil, Rich Hicks, and everyone else. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and obviously the Axion Today hosts. Good to see you in the chat as always, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers. I'll see you in Discord too.